question regarding long-term RMFers. After a while, do you need to adjust your rotation? I know older dogs need less meat, but at what point do we consider them old if they are doing great on a current rotation like 1-to-1 or 2-to-1? And I assume what she means by 2-to-1 is 2 plant days to 1 meat day. Well, there's a clue there, because if a dog is doing great, you don't have to change anything at all. The only time that you would want to make a change is if you see something, and this, you want to observe your dog's behaviors and demeanor. You want to notice their energy. You want to notice whether they're itching, and incidental itching once in a while is normal. We've seen that in wolves, but it's not normal for a dog to stop on a walk to scratch. These kind of things that I've talked about before. Anytime you see any little indication, you can make changes. You can add fasting days. And as dogs get older, they become less able, as I've mentioned before, of getting rid of waste. And what I've also said before is that, as counterintuitive as it might seem, meat produces more waste for dogs because it's the kind of waste that dogs aren't set up, that they're not biologically adapted to deal with. And that is the waste that is deliberately put on the animals by the producers, by the meat producers. They deliberately put fat on animals, and it causes problems for dogs because they're not set up through the long process of biological adaptation to deal with that much fat. So that becomes problematic as a dog gets older. I just found with my last dog that lived to be 19 that I had to feed him meat pretty rarely. It was probably, I don't remember. I mean, he died in 2012. So it was probably, 3-4 years before he died, I started feeding him meat much less often. I started feeding him more incidentally. I would not really plan his meals. I would just observe him and how he's doing, and I took a few of my cues from what I had on hand and that sort of thing too. But I would fast him, a lot more than I had previously, and I would feed him plant foods a lot more than I had previously. So, that's you just need to stay flexible and sort of light on your feet and observe your dog. And you definitely want to make changes when you see things happening. What the threshold is, as far as when a dog is considered old, who knows? It's not only different for every dog within a breed, it's different for different sizes of dogs, as everybody knows. So who knows what the threshold is for calling a dog a senior. But so anyway, that's why, you can't have a number in mind. You just have to watch your dog. So, me, it's hard to pin me down and get a number out of me.